guts and it's the glory. 100 stripes, 100 stories. It's the Pledge of Allegiance on the 4th of July. It's them handwritten letters from home. It's them sleepless nights alone. It's his newborn baby he left with his wife. Mr. Red, White, and Blue, lay down, here's a line. Mr. Red, White, and Blue, for these stars and stripes. Hey. From the fields of Indiana to the swamps of Louisiana, to the golden coast of California, Uncle Sam's the only family he's got. His purple heartbeat won't stop, and his 18th birthday was the day. He was born. Mr. Red, White, and Blue, lay down, here's a lie. Mr. Red, White, and Blue, for these stars and stripes. Mr. Red, White, and Blue, stand on the front line. Mr. Red, White, and Blue, pay the ultimate price. Oh. He was the man of the house when he was born. His family is proud but torn. But if you knew him, you would understand. He was raised on how to be brave, just to see the flag still wave. And then he came home with only one hand. 'Cause Mr. Red, White, and Blue, lay down, hear the line. Mr. Red, White, and Blue, for these stars and stripes. Mr. Red, White, and Blue, stand on these front lines. Mr. Red, White, and Blue, he'll pay the ultimate price. Mr. Red, White, and Blue, lay down his life. Mr. Red, White, and Blue, for these stars and stripes. March in line, march in line. Hey. Hey.
Please join me in a pledge of allegiance to our flag. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. At this time, I would like to call on Mayor of New Hyde Park, Chris Devane.
Good morning, everybody, and welcome to Memorial Park in the village of New Hyde Park. If I could just ask people to come a little closer. Those to my left.
Like a mess.
Yes, like a mess, definitely. I want to thank everybody for attending today, the ceremony, as we honor our war dead. And I want to thank Mario for being the MC and all your service to this country.
Thank you, Mario.
Absolutely. So I want to introduce some officials that are here today and thank them for coming. We have the Town of North Hempstead Supervisor, Jen DeSena. We have our State Assemblyman, Ed Ra. Our State Senator, Anna Kaplan, was at Village Hall. She had to go and tend to other matters and other Memorial Day parades today, but she sends to both our war dead and our veterans, the thanks of our entire nation. I also, and again, yes, absolutely. I also want to tell you, Nassau County Legislator Rich Nicolello was here, but he likewise had to go to another ceremony. We thank him for coming as well. We have from the town of North Hempstead Council, we have our own Dennis Walsh, our councilman. We have town councilman Peter Zuckerman. Peter and I were walking down memory lane. We evidently grew up in the same area, and other than beating him on the basketball court, I don't have any recollection of who he was.
Chris was always better than I was.
So we also have from our village board, we have Trustee Donna Scricciarino. We have Trustee Art Savris. We have Trustee Rainer Berger, also a veteran. We thank him for his service. We have from the Newark Park Fire Department, who turned out in force today, we have our great chairman of the Board of Fire Commissioners, Reed Sakowicz. And we have the chief, our first deputy chief, Chief Patel, here as well. Now, as I said to everybody up here, I have a running, I don't know if it's a joke with Chief Patel, but if Chief Patel shows up, my speech lasts about 15 minutes longer. So, I'm sorry, Chief Patel showed up. And I would be remiss if I didn't introduce New Village resident, Bronze Star recipient, Purple Heart Award recipient, who will be making some remarks as well, and that's Joe Phillips. I speak on behalf of all the officials here today, and we have such an indebtedness to people who have given the supreme sacrifice in our wars, World War I, II, Korean War, Vietnam War, Somalia, Afghanistan, and again, it continues till today. And like many of you, when Memorial Day comes around, first thing I do is look at the schedule and the weather report. As I've joked, the last year, we expect rain on a village event because it seems to rain every day, but we're fortunate today. And then I think about, obviously, the parade, but then I think about what am I going to do for the rest of the weekend? I hope it's sunny out. Maybe I'll go out east. Maybe I'll jump in a pool. And I have to tell you, my priorities are all screwed up. Like maybe many of you. And I mean no disrespect when I say that, but Memorial Day weekend and Memorial Day itself is to honor those people who did give the supreme sacrifice. And when you think about what they did and continue to do, and you think about laying their lives on the line, not just for their families, their immediate families or their friends or their community, but for a set of values, for a flag, for a nation, to save the world from either the Nazis or communists or any type of tyrants that are in the world today. And you absolutely have to tip your hat and you say to them, we're just so grateful for your courage and your bravery and giving your life up for those ideals. Because when someone dies on the battlefield, actually, two lives are affected. Their physical life ends on the battlefield, all that they are, all that they were, but another life is affected. And that other life is they never get to experience a day like today. Many of these young men and women, some of them are married, some of them aren't, they never get to experience a birth. They never get to experience another birthday, another barbecue, another Memorial Day weekend, playing in the pool, getting together for holidays. And I just ask that everyone think about that as we go about the rest of our day and the rest of our weekend. That these members who are commemorated in the memorial right over here never get that opportunity again. The next days and months, if anybody wants to come and take a look at this memorial park and pay your gratitude towards true heroes, heroes that couldn't retreat to a safe space in the midst of the war and ultimately gave their lives. And if you want to see the names of these heroes, please stop by Village Hall on the rock out front. and actually see their names, and you'll hear their names in a couple of minutes. So I want to thank you all for coming today and participating in our Memorial Day Parade festivities. This is the parade where we actually honor people who are true heroes. So I just ask you to keep that in mind. And I'm going to introduce a true hero. When I introduce Joe Phillips.
Deployment, and there was a first sergeant, Army first sergeant by the name of First Sergeant Peter McKenna. And Peter McKenna, whoever served, knows the type of first sergeant I'm going to tell you about. And I can't say the A word, but he was a hard guy. You know, he's the type of guy that if your shoelace was showing a little bit, he would look at you and ask you, why's your shoelace showing? And not even smile. The one hot meal we had a week, if you went up for seconds, he would look at you, look at your belly, and look at you again and ask you, are you okay? He was the first sergeant on the camp, and so he was always trying to get things done quickly, and I was the JAG, so I was trying to get things done appropriately for the general. So, and on top of that, he was from Boston, and I was from New York, so we just clashed. One day, a couple of months into the deployment, I go up to First Sergeant and I say, listen, First Sergeant, you know, we only have a few months together. Let's just figure this out and get through it, and I promise you, when we get home, I'll never call you. You never have to call me. And I said, you know, what's your deal, man? Like, do you not want people to like you? And he looked at me, he said, Captain Phillips, if I don't do what I do, we may not make it home alive. I said, okay, cool, man. I guess I'll do a couple months with you and we'll get home. A couple days later, we're coming home from a mission. I'm cleaning the PT pad. A 10,000-pound bomb detonates at our entry point. 7 guys, security personnel, at our entry point die immediately. I get thrown a significant distance. I was the closest to the bomb not to die. Funny enough, my mom goes to a church around here, and she was praying at that time. Like I said, 7 security personnel died. 28 insurgents with suicide vests ready to rush our camp and eliminate every single one of us. First Sergeant McKenna ran to the sound of guns and bullets and fired on them, keeping those 28 insurgents back. He gave us time to recuperate, gather our bearings, and repel the attack. He saved my life and a lot of folks' other lives in the camp. You see, folks who have served will tell you it's 1% of us who take an oath and promise to protect and serve this country against all enemies, foreign and domestic. And sometimes we find ourselves in some difficult situations, and we depend on our brothers and sisters on our left and our right to have our six, to have our back. We don't care about political ideology, race, religion. None of that matters when you're downrange. We're all looking to get home alive. And some of our teammates make that ultimate sacrifice. But let's take it a step further. And this is for the children here. You see, serving your country is the greatest thing you can ever do. Putting this uniform on is the greatest honor I've ever had. But you don't have to be in the military to help people, as our fallen soldiers and heroes have taught us. You could help people all the time. You could be kind to each other. You can be kind to people. It doesn't matter your political ideology, race, or all that. So I urge you, let's keep our fallen heroes' legacy alive and help each other, build each other up. Because as our heroes have shown us, that's what it takes to be a great American. Thank you all.
Here are the names of 15 war dead. The first 8 of them are from New Hyde Park High School. John Finnegan, 1528 Park Avenue, class of 1964, killed by friendly fire, age 20. John DiMaggio, 301 South 11th Street, class of 1965, killed in a hot landing zone, age 19. Michael Gallagher, 163 Bergman Avenue, class of 1964, killed in a firefight, age 21. Robert Finnegan, 42nd 3rd Street, Garden City Park, class of 1965, defending the U.S. Embassy, age 20. John Rupert, 615 Albert Road, class of 1965. Small arms in a firefight, age 20. Robert Palansier, 1508 Imperial, class of 1965. He was a point man, shot and killed in action, age 20. Ralph Manners, 9 Eaton Road, class of 1962. His plane was shot down, killed in action, age 23. John Franzano, 85 Sylvia Lane, class of 1963. His helicopter crashed, killed in action, age 22. Others from other schools: Richard Crosasio, Hillside Boulevard, firefight and killed in action, age 21. John Burke, 150 Cellar Lane, helicopter crash and killed in action, age 24. Donald Vallon, 514 7th Avenue, killed in action on Hamburg Hill, age 20. Thomas Sabelli, 1600 Belmont Avenue, killed in action as he stepped on a landmine, age 26. Kenneth Scroton, 558 8th Avenue, a hot helicopter landing zone and killed in action, age 25. Leo Silbert, 1653 Hillside Court, killed in a firefight, age 20. John O'Grady, 316 Terrace Boulevard. His plane was shot down and he died later of his wounds, age 37.
In honor of our war dead, will the adjutant of the American Legion place the wreath? All others present arms. Firing party, fire 3 volleys.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets' bright glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the
American Legion, retire to colors. All others present arms. Order, arms. Refreshments will be served at Marcus Chris Hall.
Thank you, everybody. That concludes our ceremony for today here. As Mario mentioned, we do have some refreshments over at Marcus Christ. I thank everybody in the community and the Village Hall, DPW, and everybody else for joining us today. I also just want to make sure you all recognize our new memorial that we've been working on, and I want to thank the board of Village of New Hyde Park and their dedication to our veterans and the American Legion. Thank you for all you've done. Thank you.